Hello, everyone, and welcome to Red United TV. It's your boy, Ivorian Spice, and welcome to another episode of the Catch Up Volume 61. Another week for us Manchester United fans. Yes, we had an interesting start to the week where we won. We just luckily escaped with a winning goal against Villarreal. Cristiano Ronaldo stealing the show, But at the end of the week, disappointment as usual for Manchester United in the Premier League. Unable to do F4 at home at Old Trafford. Yes, Manchester United dropping 2 points against Everton. Ending our weeks horrible, distasteful, asking questions like, Ole out, he needs to go. But fans as well also arguing that, no, it's a bit too late. Drastic moments right now. Calm down. We don't need to go there. We still have faith in him. It is what it is, guys. As always, remember, guys, if you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe, smash that like button, remember to share, and as always, get yourself involved in the chat. I have to apologize for those of you who was meant to be watching on Facebook. Of course, Facebook's going through some situations where Instagram is shut down and also Facebook, including WhatsApp. So Mark Zuckerberg at this moment right now is terribly pissed off right now because someone must not like him. He must have slept with someone's wife. I believe so. Because to do something like that, it only deserves someone sleeping with someone's wife, if you're going to punish someone. But as always, guys, let me introduce you to the guys. Let me introduce you to my co-host, Jegs. Jegs, how you doing, bro? You're on mute, as always, if you remember.
More good, bro. What are you saying? Good?
You know what it is, man. I try to survive as always, as Manchester United fan, it is what it is. We just continue, we prosper,
You try to anyway.
It is. As always, let me introduce you to Munzi. Munzi, big up to you, Munzi, man. How you been? How's your weekend? How's life?
Been all right, apart from United, but yeah, I'm all right.
And next we have Jerome. Jerome, how have you been, bro? How was your weekend? I know it's not that great.
Another week to get through, so same as usual, really.
Wow, you see what Manchester United has done to his voice. He sounds depressed. Jesus. Jeez. Let me introduce to you, Ems, Mr. Ole out himself. How you been, bro?
I might have to change my name, my display name, but me, mate, I'll tell you what, right? I've got to the point where when the team playing, I don't know if I care or don't care, them ones, but I'm all right though. Decent week, but yeah, look forward to today's show. Or tonight's show.
Next, let me introduce you to my special guest all the way from Mumbai. We've got Paris, who represents his own channel, Universal United. How you doing, Paris? Universal Devils. Sorry about that. How you doing?
Yes, man. How's it going?
No, it's all right, man. Thank you for joining us. Of course, right now I believe it's quite late right now. It's probably almost midnight where you are.
It's actually 1 a.m. right now, but then doesn't matter.
Yeah, we have to thank you
1
for
a.m.
showing up.
1 a.m.
1 a.m. 1 a.m. in Mumbai, India. Big ups to you, Paris, for tuning in, man. It's a blessing to have you on as a special guest as well. As always, guys, as you're new to the channel, you're wondering what the hell you're doing here. Of course, we're here to discuss everything about Manchester United, especially that game against Everton, and of course, the title itself. Is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's future a ticking time bomb, which we'll talk about later on in the show. But first of all, let's get straight into the match. Big up now, Kane, who says another poor result. Ole needs to go if things go wrong after the break. Yeah, I don't even blame you right now. I feel the same. Well, maybe I'm reacting too much because of the result and what I've seen overall. But everything is what I've seen in 3 years. So, I've been bottling up for 3 years. So I have all the rights to say what I have to say. But let's get straight into it. Manchester United won. Everton won. Manchester United dropping 2 points against Everton. Unable to keep a clean sheet. Unable to keep a clean sheet against Everton at Old Trafford. Manchester United winning 2 games in the last 6 games. It's unacceptable. My overall thoughts, guys, let me tell you right now. the first 45 minutes, I quite enjoyed the game in the first 45 minutes because it looked all right. It looked like Manchester United were trying to play football for the first time. You know, no, of course, passes were slipped away and mistakes were made as usual, as you expect from Manchester United. But it still was a decent half for Manchester United. We looked good. The second half, before we got the goal, we looked good. Martial got the goal. But the second half, I'm pissed off right now because, of course, of what we saw. But I'm going to move that straight to my co-host, Jegs. Jegs, I want to know what you thought of the match briefly before we all move on to the first half and then we dissect the second half.
Disappointed, to be honest with you. Like you said, the first half we started well. Martial, was good to see him finally score a goal. It's been a little while. Cavani had a good chance as well. Wan-Bissaka was doing very well down the right wing. He was actually taking people on and crossing the ball in, which is a rarity to see. We all know Wan-Bissaka is not the greatest going forward. So it was all positive in the first half. And then the second half happened. To be fair, Everton should have won the game. If my man didn't pass the ball to Mina and took a strike instead, Everton would have won 2-1. So disappointed game overall. Very disappointed.
Yeah, we all feeling that way, Jegs. Let me move it up to Monzi. Monzi, let me get how you feel about that match.
Yeah, as I said, first half, you know, they had chances. We got the goal, and I thought, oh, here we go, you know. And, you know, it done well for Martial to get that goal. I didn't think he played that bad. At least he was going at players. Yeah, as you said, Wan-Bissaka played well. And then, yeah, as soon as Martial got injured, I thought I was just going to swap Sancho. No, he took Ronaldo on, and then it went to pot. I'm not saying it's Ronaldo's fault, but it went to pot then. And as you said, they could have won the game. And if they did win the game, I wouldn't have been surprised because we played so bad in the second half. I don't even think we had a chance in the second half when Ronaldo come on. Not saying it's Ronaldo's fault, but we didn't seem to change when Ronaldo come on. We tried to press like with Cavani, and Ronaldo don't do that. But yeah, it was disappointing in the end. Yeah, we'll get on to about Ole later, so I'll have more of a rant then.
Indeed, man. Let me move it up to you, Jerome. Of course, I know you wasn't too pleased with that match. But let me know what you have to say about that game.
Yeah, to be honest, on the first half, it was actually quite a lively start from United. So you could see that it was intent to attack and, you know, get the crowd going and try and get a good win. But as usual, we're not controlling games. So it's like, even though it looks like we're playing well, Everton are still going forward as well and going for our midfield and creating chances. And then obviously in the second half, it was quite a strange substitution to bring on Ronaldo so early, because we always complain that Oli takes long to make subs. But at that point, everything was going fairly okay. So it made me think, like, what was the need for that change? Because as soon as we made the changes, that's when our performance started declining and Everton grew in confidence. So I didn't quite understand the need to make any changes, because at that point there wasn't really anything alarming. And I think overall it was a game of two halves really. So we played pretty decent stuff, had a couple of good chances in the first half, then we just declined in the second half. As you guys said, that we could have easily lost the game in the end, and because we don't have a good style of play, our performances are always going to be up and down. We're not going to have that proper dominant performance from start to finish, and that's basically the main flaw of the team, really.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And Ems, let me move up to you, man. What did you think of that game against Everton?
How would I describe it? A game of almost two halves, but all in all, capital T, trash. Yeah? You know what's funny, right? Yeah, before I start about that game, right? I'm not going to talk about Oli, yeah? I'm just talking. We can go back to all your podcasts, yeah? And you podcast on this. Because everything is always the same, bro. Why is that? You get me? Like, for me, I just feel like this man don't know what he's doing, because I feel like you have no right to change your team considering we're not playing well. So we need to keep a settled team. If we're winning, then man's got a right to rotate the players, but we're not in a position to be rotating players as if we're dominating at the top of the table. So for me, I feel like it's 2
What about the
points
game?
dropped. Oh, sorry, yeah. The game itself, I feel like we're giving these teams too many chances, and we keep getting done on the counter attack. We keep, what's the word? Teams are doing what we're meant to do best, and that's how. And they keep doing it to us. Not a solution, a way to stop getting done on the counter attack. And also, we need to find a way to what's the right word? Stop getting shots at goal. I think Everton had, was it 12 shots or something like that? That's incredible. At Old Trafford. That's incredible. For me, I'm not when Everton was coming, I wasn't very comfortable. That confidence, I said, was gonna get a result in that Villarreal. So for me, we're kind of go away with a point, if I'm honest. And that's really what I wanted to say.
Paris, how you doing, man? Welcome again.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot.
What was your opinion, like, overall thoughts on the game?
I think it's so difficult to make sense of this game. Like, if against Aston Villa, the way we played it, it made sense. We lost for very specific reasons. But again, in this game, it just did not make sense. Like everyone mentioned, that we had a pretty good first half. We had control of the game. But at the end of the day, in the second half, we just couldn't penetrate. And that was probably our downfall in the end. One stupid, silly counterattack to give away and just concede, and then absolutely nothing. Just nothing happened in the game.
Well, which I agree. After that, you really didn't see Pickford get his shirt dirty, as always. And what big up to you for joining us. I just want to get your thoughts on the game, and then we dive straight into the match in details. What was your thoughts?
Just another week that we're used to it. It's just upsetting that we got to spend a weekend not hoping that Ole's going to lose, but that's something that always happens. It's not even losing. Like, for me, I still found every time we play Old Trafford, and it's either we're going to draw or lose. I never know. Like, you see, when you expect winning, I don't expect win, but it was just an upsetting match. Literally kill off the weekend for me. Killed my weekend.
You guys all sound like, some of you guys sound so depressed. I don't understand what's really going on with you guys. You guys all right? Like,
I had to work.
Do
you know what this is, yeah? I had to watch the match on the Saturday and go work on the Sunday, which I've never done. I was at work till 12 something in the morning, and it was a struggle for me to get home. So you see how upsetting this feels.
Sorry, bro. International break now. It's cool, bro.
But let's go straight into the match, man. First off, of course, you saw Manchester United. I said earlier on that I thought the first half was quite decent. We was trying to attempt to play good football. I don't know what you guys feel of it as well. What did you guys think? Obviously, this is the open question part where everyone can talk.
Yeah,
What did you
I
guys think of the first half?
I thought first half we was all right. All right, you still got McFred playing, so that's where the chances come, and you got Lindelof playing at the back. But yeah, as I said before, as soon as he changed to put Ronaldo on, which I didn't see why he needed to put Ronaldo on, I think he just need. Oh, all right. All right, first half. Yeah, first half we were fine. Yeah, go on. I'm stopping now. All I want to say is get Nuno Espirito Santos in. Get Nuno in.
So basically, this first half, it looks like we're playing well without dominating the game. That's how it felt in the first half. We just felt like, it's a good, lively start. With everything's looking positive. We've got some intent. But Everton is still coming forward and creating chances, even though it looks like we're playing well in that first half. And I think that's one of the main things that Ole needs to work on. We need to have a proper dominant game of football And if we're not going to dominate games at Old Trafford, which it should be,
First half. Just talk about first half, not the whole game.
The first time, we'll get to the second half, bro.
First half,
Stay focused.
yeah, whatever I said, just related to the first half, because that was where we played our best without dominating the game. But in all honesty, we just need to be able to just dominate games, especially in the first half, to get a good start, a foundation for the second half, basically.
Why are you making us talk about this game? This is like punishment.
We have to dissect the game.
But to be fair, the first half, we created chances in the first half. We created chances, like we've been saying. Martial had a clean-cut header, which he should have scored before the goal he scored. You know, Cavani had a nice header that was saved. So we was creating chances, we was controlling the game, and at half-time I was happy. It was a good first half. You can't really fault the first half. If anything, we should have maybe scored one more with the amount of... We had, I think, maybe 65% possession in the first half.
Yeah,
At the end of the game, it was like 72%. So we controlled the game. We just didn't really do as much as we should have in the first half.
Yeah, but everyone talking about the first half, I just believe it was just Ole's team in the first half. We've had few games. We lost Champions League match or drew to Villarreal, and we lost the last match. The players want to do well. That was just players, individual brilliance. There was no formula. If there was formula or like a world top team or well drilled team, we could have had like 3 goals, like solid goals. Led the first half by 3 goals. But it was just another Ole team in the first half. I was not impressed. I just saw
one thing I was angry about.
There's the same thing as he.
McFred started again.
Exactly.
Why
That's the whole point.
What's the
point? That's the whole point.
Made mistakes in the first.
I want to ask you guys
the whole point
regarding that. Yeah, of course, you guys saw the starting lineup. Ronaldo was missing. At Paris, what was your feeling like when Ronaldo was missing and Pogba was missing? Was you right to make that rotation and change?
I'll be frank with you. When I saw the team sheet coming out, I was not really too worried because Cavani, he's looked good when he's come on. I really do not have an issue with that. But having said that, you cannot keep Cristiano Ronaldo out of your team, especially when you're going into an international break wherein he's going to play Qatar and God knows what else. He could probably play India. It was as bad as India in terms of football. So that was surprising, but I was not really that too bothered with it at the same time.
Ems, I'm going to ask you a question. Martial scored the goal. He scored the goal.
Mm-hmm.
In your opinion, how did you think of Martial in the first 45 minutes? Because, of course, you got the goal, but as well, keeping the ball, passing the ball, he was a bit lacking in terms of effort. What was your opinion of Martial's performance in the first 45 minutes?
My opinion of Martial is there's a player in there, but I don't know why you can't just from the foot to shake him and clap the back of his head, because I feel there's more to him. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like he's playing within himself, and there's more there, bro. And that's why I'm just like, you know what? If you don't want to, get to that level, bro, we should sell him. But I feel like he's a confidence player. Like he needs run of game, he needs rhythm, and he needs to and also score goals. But his performance in the first half was good. I don't know why. I don't want to mention his name, but you know what I'm talking about. That
yes,
guy.
We know that guy.
The supply PE teacher. I don't know. Took him off. Was he injured? Was he injured?
Who was it?
Yes, he was injured.
Don't talk about that till the second half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well.
The first half.
Once he got it.
No, I called him. Yes, last week it was quiet. This week is untinged, Monze.
First half. Do you know what though? I actually think Everton was just seeing what we're gonna bring tonight. I think they let us have the ball. I wanted to see what the game was gonna be like, and then I don't want to mention that the other half. I'll mention the other half later. But I think the first half, I think they were just testing to see what we got. What have we got? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. In the cup. If you're watching, remember to smash and smash that like button. Remember to share as always, and also subscribe if you're new. moving on to the second half, which was Monzi was so desperate to wait on, and talk about. Yes. Second half, of course, you saw Manchester United conceding that goal with Fred himself unable to hold on to Damari Gray. But again, there was also Shaw on the other side as well that let things happen. So it's not just on Fred. But again, Fred has to do better, guys.
It's
you
on
guys
Fred.
agree
It's
with
on
everyone
Fred.
else. He should have taken that yellow card, that tactical foul.
Of course.
What's
Of
the point
course,
of
you saw-
two DMs and they can't even defend against Gray? Look at Gray. No offense, he looks like he's about 60 kgs.
Yeah.
You're telling me as a DM, one of the attributes you need is strength. Or if you haven't got strength, you need tenacity. Like you need to have something about you, and Fred doesn't have that.
Well,
I would rather see Lindelof with his passing ability molded into a DM. If we're not going to buy one, I'd rather put Lindelof there because Fred, I've had enough. And Scott, he's not good enough. He's a good squad player, but he's not good enough to hold that DM by himself. So train Lindelof to play there. If not, I don't know what's going to happen, man.
I think Lindelof could play there. He's got that ball that he can. You know what I mean? He's got that long ball. He does. He's really good at it. He wouldn't get roughed up there. He don't like being roughed up. He wouldn't get roughed up there, would he?
Forward. Just be that third centre back, playing.
They might as well try it because he's got to try something different, and
I think
that's
the thing. When he's willing to try different things, he's gonna live on that or down that McFred sword.
He'll get sacked because of McFred.
He will get sacked.
We need something like that.
But he's been there for 3 years though. He ain't gonna
He's
get
gonna
sacked.
he's gonna get sacked because of Ronaldo.
No, he won't.
Fred.
Yeah.
Ronaldo will sack. Ronaldo
Yep.
will sack it. He'll get sacked because
Yeah.
we're talking about second half now. Yeah, but as soon as Ronaldo come on, that was it. And it wasn't Ronaldo's. I'm not blaming Ronaldo, but we wasn't playing. We wasn't playing the way Ronaldo plays. You know what I mean? We was pressing. Cavani was pressing. Bruno looks much happier with Cavani up there or Greenwood. That's how we want to play. And then you go and get, he didn't buy Ronaldo. Ronaldo got brought by the Glazers, whoever, you know what I mean? Whoever's brought. But Ronaldo won't stay in that middle. And at the end of the day, he keeps drifting here and there and there. And Greenwood told him, get in the middle. And he just went, whatever. Because he don't care, because that's him. Do you know what I mean?
How many goals has Ronaldo scored, though?
He's got
5 goals.
Five
5 goals in 6 appearances.
5 and
Yeah,
6
but
already.
but that game
He's got us points already, man. The problem is
Yeah, but that-
midfield.
that
It's the
game he
manager.
just proves he didn't.
It's
I know.
not. It's the manager.
I know
We'll
it's the
get-
manager,
we'll-
but
we'll get
the
to the
manager
manager.
the manager put him on. Yeah, but he didn't need to be on, did he?
But he's
He
our
was
top
doing
goal.
fine.
He made that
He was doing
decision.
fine.
He's our top goal
He made
scorer.
that decision.
Yeah.
Wait,
I know,
wait,
yeah.
I want to wait 1 second. I want to hear what you have to say. What is it that you're trying to say to Muzi regarding that?
No, like Monzi is saying, I understand. Like Ronaldo can play in any given game. Ronaldo is that one talisman you need in any game. Yeah, but what I think the manager made wrong that day was we had good rhythm. Why change that rhythm so early?
Exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah,
And
yeah.
That's
He didn't need
why I'm
to.
upset. We had a good rhythm.
He only
Why
needed to
change it
put
so
Sancho
early?
on.
Like Sancho
Martial
was
was
doing good. I think he
Yeah,
had his best game.
Martial was injured. Put Sancho on. Like this is probably the first time I've said for ages. Don't change it. Usually you don't change. Flipping Europa League, you needed to change it. He didn't. This time he didn't need to change it, and he changed it. I don't know why he changed it. I've got no problem with Ronaldo. I love Ronaldo like the next Man United fan, but we was playing fine without him on. He could have sat on the bench all game.
Well said.
He could have been sat on that bench all game, and if we'd have won that. But as soon as he come on, it changed the way. I don't know what's the matter with Bruno and Ronaldo, but they didn't work. They don't work. I don't know. They need to work on that.
And that goes back to he.
Yeah, we know. It goes back to all roads lead back to the dugout.
Like
The change
it's so easy.
before
This debate is so
international break
easy.
was
It's
not
an
needed.
easy debate because we
was not
all
needed.
know he causes everything that we've been going through. Like
But-
the one example is McFred.
If Ollie is still in at Christmas, I'll be shocked. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't
I
see
see him
it.
going for a long
I
while.
can't.
Do you know what?
can't.
Have you seen our fixture list? Who we got next?
We've got
They love
Leicester
Ollie.
away next. And Leicester are not even playing well, but I won't be surprised if they end up beating us or we end up drawing the game.
Yeah.
It's just,
Maybe
it's just how
just
it is.
intercept.
It's just typical
up to-
United.
Big up to Adnan Nazri, who was saying that Ronaldo was a mistake. I understand that McFred starting. he needed a defensive cover because no Maguire, no Lindelof leaked like a pum pum when I wink at her. And I don't get what that is, but
That's
leaked like a
some
pum
naughty
pum when
one.
I wink at her. Yeah, wink,
Nah,
wink.
man. I don't-
That's some
Oh,
naughty
I
one.
hear that, but I don't
Hey.
think that's an excuse to play McFred, man. Not at home, not at Old
Exactly.
Trafford. It don't make sense. This was a perfect time for Van der Beek to play, if anything.
He's got something
Hey,
personal with Van der Beek.
He's not gonna play Van der Beek.
Not after
Ever, is he?
that. Not after
No.
that spat he had, innit?
The chewing gum, we tried to throw at him.
Yeah, but, speaking of that game as well, guys, McFred, not the right person. Bruno.
Which
as
half,
well.
first or second?
All of them. All of them. Like,
Ollie's
McFred's
half.
not the
All
one.
of them.
McTominay, Paul, as well. Greenwood as well never had a good game at all. He's not been doing too well recently, but again,
past
he's young,
3
he
games.
goes up and down.
First half he was good though. First half he was good.
First half he was good, but as well second half entirely.
Yeah, but wouldn't you
Past
be
3 games? It's been
if you was Greenwood, wouldn't you be a bit cheesed off that you play really well against Leeds and everything was fine, and then Ronaldo's here, you've got to go back. It's just that he's messing with too many players. Do you know what I mean? Personally, if Ollie had any balls, he wouldn't have got Ronaldo. If he had any balls, but because he ain't got no balls, Ronaldo come in. Why did we need Ronaldo over a DM? We did not need Ronaldo over a DM. It's because City were after him. We didn't want him to go there. That's the only reason we got Ronaldo.
Yeah, big up to Let's Talk United says that Oli will be gone by November international break, in my opinion. Spice is Chris from Football Agenda. Big up to Chris as well. And then you've got Leicester, Liverpool, City, and Spurs in a row before next week. Ooh. That's going to be a tough one, guys. What do you guys think of that, man? That fixture right there.
It could be curtains for Oli. It could be curtains.
Yeah, but you could just see him doing something, couldn't you? You could just see. I don't think he will, but could you imagine him doing something and then he's got to stay in?
Look at
Yeah,
that.
he's got-
His back is against
he's
the
got
wall.
Monday.
Oli pulls
He's got-
something out, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Everyone keeps saying Oli. I don't see Oli. I just see the players. If the players turn up for these games, I promise you that we will win this game. But if the players don't turn up, obviously Oli does Oli have the X factor to execute games.
Can't we blame the players as well? Because when the players play bad, we blame Oli. When they play good,
yeah.
we praise the players.
Yeah,
So
no,
why-
listen to this. When the player
What is
play bad, you expect the manager to execute his game plan.
Yeah.
So that's when Oli gets everything. When you as a manager, when the day you see your players not playing as much as you expect them to play, as a manager, you got the X factor that changes everything. Oli does not have that. And we've seen this week in, week out. It's upsetting. It's actually upsetting.
That's what I'm saying. When they're winning, who's it? The players or the manager? The
players. The
But
players.
you know what it is? You see when United lose or draw, the thing is, it's when the players are not playing well, it's almost half the team or almost the whole team's not playing well. And you can't really blame the players for that if like more than 3 or 4 players are playing badly in one game. That's obviously down to the players not knowing what they're doing, what system, where they're supposed to be, what positioning.
Professionals, they do need to take some sort of responsibility.
Oh yeah.
Harris, can I get your opinion on that?
Because they're going in the manager's direction.
Guys,
when I'm looking at Fred, getting lost in the grave.
Yeah, but the thing with Fred is even when they're not playing,
He makes the team list.
you know what the thing is? Oli, he will
tell you how to guard somebody. Oli will
makes
do
the
his
team
friend.
list.
Use your arm.
Yeah, but Oli doesn't. Oli plays players that are not playing well when he should be putting them on the bench.
And that's when you go to rotation. That's when you go to rotation.
Fact.
Rotation help keep the balance of the team. We've got enough players to do rotation.
This guy's a
Come on,
man.
man.
We rotated too much.
Oli's
though.
just dead. The whole thing is Oli is dead.
To be starting now.
There ain't no ifs, no buts. Oli is dead.
Of course he is.
I don't need no convincing. Oli is actually
Composure,
dead.
lad.
We got enough players to play any formation, any
Only
tactics.
reason why we won't win the title.
All right, cool.
It's
One
upsetting.
second. I want to hear
Paris
what Paris has to say because you guys are just be rambling on. Like,
No, yeah, you know what,
Big us
Jex,
everyone. Big us everyone.
Jex, you mentioned something, and I just want to point that across, especially for that foul that Fred should have committed. You mentioned that he doesn't have any strength. The fact that he did not even need strength to do anything about it, he could have just put his leg out. That's all. It's all about footballing intelligence, which he doesn't have at the end of the day. He doesn't even need to have any strength to just do something about it. So, I mean, the worst part of the situation is every single fan, every single one of us knows that our biggest issue is in that double pivot. And it's not even like we don't have the players in the team to do something about it. We have the players in the squad that can make that midfield pivot look better, but we don't use them. And that's the biggest F up. I mean, that's literally all.
Yeah, he's refusing to change McFred. He's literally refusing to try something else. He's doing exactly what he did the last 2 years, and he's expecting
He's
a
stubborn.
result.
It's competent.
But he don't trust anyone
It's
else,
not
does he?
competent enough. It's the
He
pressure.
don't trust anyone else. That's the problem.
Munzi, can I ask you a
He
question?
just said it.
See this question here, comment right there. It says, how many points does the panel expect from those 4 games?
4.
Which ones? The Premier League ones?
The
Or
Leicester, Liverpool, City, and Spurs in a row out of those 4 games. That's what. How many
6.
points is that, Jex? Out of
4. 4 out of 12.
6.
And you're
6.
expecting 6. What did you guys think? Because I feel like
Well, I'm not-
Oli produces miracles when his back's against the wall.
I'm not.
Whenever
Oh
he-
no!
whenever
What
he's
am I
close to the
expecting?
sack-
Exactly.
When he's close to the
Exactly.
sack.
Oh no! Probably
Cause
no. I thought you said.
It's not working
Sorry.
this time around. It won't work this
Sorry.
time around. It won't
Sorry.
work this time around.
Wow.
I said how many I think we'll get. Sorry, how
said
much
4.
we expect to get
Yeah.
is probably about 10. 10 points I expect. But what
Yeah.
we're gonna get is 6. We'll beat Spurs and Leicester, and that'll be it.
I expect. I'm with
I don't
Jex.
think we'll be Spurs.
We get 4.
I think we get something against City or Liverpool. I think we win at least one of them. The
Yeah,
only
but-
thing that happens with
Just
We had-
I think
We'll
Spurs.
probably end up
We
getting
should've.
9 points, probably 3 wins and a loss. But what it will be is that we'll just be playing like the underdog, the small team sitting back, playing on the counter. That's all Ollie's good for. When we're not expected to win, then he'll pull something out the bag.
But he's not good
We'll
against
probably win with like
But-
30% possession and 2 shots on target or something.
You were saying about the players, yeah. The players will be like, yeah, we don't want Ollie to go. He's our mate. Yeah, we'll play for him. Because if they know if he goes, they'll get someone in like Zidane or you know what I mean, someone or Conte or whoever, and they'll be like, oh no, because at the moment, you know, Phil Jones gets a 5-year contract for sitting on the bench, so they're loving it. Do you know
Bro,
what I mean?
at the moment, Oli smiles and laughs after drawing at home to Everton.
Guys, I want to ask your opinion.
Benitez
What
is
the hell
more
did you think
upset
about
than
that?
Oli.
What did you think about that? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer smiling at the end of the match like this.
No, for me, that was the final straw.
That was
final
absolutely
moment.
embarrassing.
Because
When
for
he
me,
was doing that, Mike Phelan was taking a photo for his Twitter. So what do you want?
it's embarrassing. And do you know what? Can I even mention something?
That's
Yeah,
why
guys,
Instagram's down.
Rio was speaking about Cristiano Ronaldo that he shouldn't have
M's
stormed
unit.
off like that.
M's unit.
And I was thinking, wait a minute.
Mhm.
This is the first time I actually disagree with Rio because
Should
Ronaldo
all
is showing
storm
the
off like that.
passion. He's showing that he's upset with the draw. Whereas Ollie's there smiling. We don't want to see that because I wasn't smiling. We wasn't smiling. So why would you want to see the gaffer smiling?
I
You
think
saw
Rio
Steve
Ferdinand
Rice's
is
lips
hypocrite.
yesterday.
So basically, Ollie smiling is basically him saying that he's happy with a draw at home to Everton. We're
Basically.
missing a few key players. It's embarrassing. With the amount of money that he spent, for him to be smiling, to be happy with a draw at Everton, it's actually disgraceful, actually.
At home, you know. At
Right.
home.
I'm gonna have to
Right,
stop you
that's
guys
upsetting.
right there, because I
We were
was
lucky to even
just
get
hear
the
what
draw
Ems
in
has to say. Let me get what Ems has to say, because I want to move
Wow.
it on to the Ollie quotes.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, bro. Let me tell you something. Yeah, when I saw that smile, I thought Oli was the Everton manager, you know, and Benitez was the Man United manager. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like for me, that's a disgrace, bro. That's a sackable offense, fam. I don't care what anyone tells me, cause like, bro, you should be angry, blood. He's never angry, bro. He gets on my nerves. I just want to get angry, bro. I'm fed up. I'm fed up.
Exactly. Nah, I'm with you with
He
that.
only gets angry if McDonald's gets his order wrong. That's the
I'm
only
like-
time he gets
every time
angry.
I ask myself, Ollie, just throw a bottle on the floor for Christ's sake, man.
He did
Smash
last week,
something.
didn't he?
But he did that.
Right.
And he picked it back up and said, "Sorry, guys, I need to put it back in its place." He's such a nice guy.
Right.
Right.
I've been saying this.
Anger.
I've been saying this for 3 years. We do not deserve to have Ole as a manager. It's upsetting. We're sitting here talking about all of this. I'm actually getting raged out a little bit.
Yeah, but
just because we could have
like,
saved this.
Guys, you need to settle yourself. Like you said, at the end of the day, like in reality, I'll be honest with you. In reality, as how the Glazers sees it, we're only 2 points off the top of the table. Still in the Champions League. We may have missed out in the Carabao Cup. Still got FA Cup to play. So far to them, what are you guys all panicking about? There's nothing to worry about. It's all good. The money's coming in. There's nothing to panic about. That's
Have we not seen the same? Have we not seen the same?
So you guys need to calm down. Like,
have we not seen it before?
All right, calm down. Let me move it on to the next part of the show. We're like 36 minutes in. We've gone past our time, bro. Anyway, cool. So far, it's been a very good show so far. I like the passion and emotion that's coming out from every single one of you. The guys that even want me to butt in, you know, I'm trying to be like the teacher. Like,
hey, we're gonna take you over, man.
Take over. I love it. I love it. Let me get
You're Ollie right now. You're Ollie with this squad right now.
Exactly. So this is Ollie with his squad, but he's trying to put his instructions. He has to shout out to everyone else. I know this happens in the dressing room. Because he doesn't even command that dressing room.
Everyone's talking. When he's giving the thing, everyone's just talking and playing music.
It's true. But yeah, Ollie, regarding the draw, he said that, of course, you're disappointed that you don't get 3 points. That's why we turn up. We turn up to get the 3 points. We looked like we was on the way to a 3-pointer with a good goal. Good first half, I thought. Pressed well. We created some good openings, good chances, couple of good headers and crosses. We could have done better with. Coming into the half with a good goal by Anthony Martial, scored with a good feeling. In the Premier League, being organised and focused is so important to be organised behind the ball. Disappointed we conceded on our corner. He said he's disappointed. Regarding Martial, he also said that great movement, great interplay with Scott, Mason, Bruno, Anthony, good finish. I'm very pleased for him. You know, unfortunately, he got a knock and had to come off. So that's why he did take him off, because Anthony Martial himself did get the knock. Regarding regarding the equalizer, he said that we were well organized. We just don't deal with a couple of those instances of counterattacks well enough. That's something that happens in football. One key thing he said there, we was well organized. Where the hell was we? Where the hell was we? Especially when we conceded the goal. Even the goal that they scored that was offside. Most of our players on the other side, we were well organized. Who was about to speak right there? Because someone was about to say something. Go ahead.
Me.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, yeah. You know what's mad, yeah? When you hear his interviews, yeah, it's so scary, blood. Bro.
I still got one more.
It is though. It is, bro. When you hear someone like Jurgen Klopp speak, bro, you actually listen and think, yeah, man making sense of the game, bro. Bro, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer doesn't inspire a fucking dog, let alone a human, bro. Like,
it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick.
Bro,
Nah. M.
When you have it into
Oh, my man came out, you know.
God, he's laughing so much.
When you hear his interviews, yeah, the start of a press conference, during a post match, during whatever, does it inspire you though? Do you believe you're gonna come and win the game? I don't.
Watch him.
I've said this countless times.
Why is he so positive? Why is he so positive after
There's
that game?
something wrong.
He must have
There's something wrong.
All of us want to see some sort of, you know, why be positive after that result? It doesn't make any sense.
I still got one more Ollie quote from regarding the start of the season, what he thinks about the start of the season. He says that disappointed with the last 2 home games, Villa and Everton here, on point in those 2 below our standard. That's what he said. A point on those 2 below our standard. We definitely know that we should have been looking into winning every game at home, but you've played good time. When I say you're playing good teams as well. We have to keep on working, get better, and then hopefully they'll enjoy the international break, play some games, and the rest who will stay here.
Is he
or
turning into
evaluate.
David Moyes?
We're looking forward to Leicester. That's what he said. We're looking forward to Leicester at the end of the day. That's exactly what he thinks about the season so far.
Yeah, but he sounded like
acknowledged
David.
that.
He sounded like David Moyes when he told Ferdinand to watch Jagielka. Do you know what I mean? That's what it sounded like. Oh yeah, the tough games. We should be beating Villa and Everton at home. Not flipping drawing to the Villa and Everton. Jesus.
Bro,
He does not
Fucking
have
right.
the X factor.
He
Get
does
Simon
that.
Cowell.
Can I
Paris-
please say something on
Yeah,
this?
go on.
So if you guys remember when the last season ended or somewhere around the closing of the last season, he was asked about our home form and he mentioned that the fans aren't there because of which there are issues that we aren't really able to go and get that win because we don't have the fans backing us. We have the fans back in the ground.
Sold out every time.
So
Yeah,
I don't really
he's running out of
understand what the
excuses.
issue is with our home form nowadays. He doesn't have that excuse anymore.
Yeah. He
running
has
out of excuses.
Ollie's a liar. He keeps saying
Playing midfield at home is what happens, man. When you're playing defensive football at home, what are you gonna do? How can
He
you play
says
midfield at
he
home?
says he wants to play the Manchester United way, but he plays two holding midfielders.
At home.
Not in the Man United way.
He
At
doesn't
home,
know what
away
the
from
way
home,
is.
I can vaguely understand, but at
Defensive
home,
football.
no, it doesn't
Seven
make
defensive-minded players.
He doesn't.
Before
He's
attacking
saying he plays McFred to hold the defence. We ain't had a clean sheet all season, so it ain't. You might as well change something anyway. You might as well stick flipping. Just put Pogba, Bruno, and Donny in free, or you know what I mean, and just go for it because
At home,
they
go
can't
for it,
defend.
man.
We got De Gea's playing the best since 2000 and whatever, and we're still conceding goals. So it don't matter who was sticking goal. Do you know what I mean?
Everything
idiot.
concludes. He sets the team. He puts this. The
Get Nuno in.
Forget Nuno. We've got Oli. We've got to deal with Oli.
Get Nuno in.
Like, it's a teamwork.
Big up to everyone that's tuning in as well right now. Of course, smash a like on that as well.
Apart
Subscribe
from
and
people on
share as
Facebook.
well. Apart from people on Facebook, unfortunately, I have to replay that back to you. Good luck as well. We'll try to tune in next time. We'll do it again. It's Facebook's fault. Anyways, Mark Zuckerberg, man, he messed with someone else's woman, and now that person pissed off. He went to his headquarters and switched everything off. That's what we have to say right now. But let's move on to our main, topic of the show. It says, Football Capital says that Ferdinand said on his last podcast that he was never made to watch Jagielka's videos.
All right, Jesus, they're getting on me tonight, aren't they? Jesus Christ. All right.
What's going on? But yes, let's move on. Let's move on straight away. The main topic, guys, as you say, the question time. Is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's future a ticking time bomb? Because like I said, you have to consider the fact that where we are right now, we're 2 points behind. Yeah. We are 2 points behind the league leaders. We're still in the Champions League, so we're not out of the Champions League yet. It's October. We've all out in the cup competition, and we still got the FA Cup to play with. To play in. Is it looking like all these futures are taking time, considering the fact that it's been poor performances?
Yes.
Especially at the start of the season, we haven't really kept a clean sheet. Only one clean sheet.
Yeah.
My man's like, yeah.
Let me tell you why.
How many games has
Let
it
me
been
tell you
out
why.
of 38 games? How many games has it been out
Tell
of
me
38?
why.
7.
Let me tell you why.
Tell me why.
Who have we played that's tough? What? West Ham.
Right.
And now look at who we're gonna play now. So Young Boys beat us. We scraped against Villarreal at home. We're probably out of the Champions League. We've got to play Atlanta twice. They're gonna move to us. We've got to play Villarreal away from home. We've got Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, all these big teams to play now. This is crunch time for Oli.
Yeah, but they didn't get rid of him when he got out of Champions League last year. So who says they're going to get rid of him this time?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's unacceptable. If we don't get out of the Champions League,
Oh, yeah.
I honestly think he'll get sacked this time. You can't
Hopefully.
do that 2 years running with bringing in Sancho, Ronaldo, and Varane. Like come on, you can't. It's inexcusable. There's no excuses for that. You've improved the team, and you're going to do the same thing as last season. Even in last season, he should have got sacked alone of that. So, I think,
does it also make it interesting that because we have Ronaldo now, it intensifies the pressure on him to actually deliver and perform week in, week out as well? Would that also play a factor? Go, Paris,
Nope.
you're nodding.
No, I was just agreeing to you. I think EMZ had he wanted to say something.
Go on, Ems.
No, I personally think, what was his remit at the start of the season? Was it to get top 4 and win the FA Cup? Or what is it? We don't know the remit. What is the objective? We're just guessing that man has to either win the title or finish second and win a trophy. We don't know. Do you know what I mean? But for me, bro, if we don't get out the group stage, bro, man needs to get a one-way ticket back to Norway, bro, and go, blood. Because we're Man United Football Club. We should be breathing through that group. Do you know what I'm saying? But for me, I feel like Ronaldo didn't come here for holiday. You know what I mean? Ronaldo come here to win trophies. So for me, end of the season. I mean, for me, I can't see us winning nothing under Oli, bro. That's me personally. That's my opinion. So for me, we should sack him. End of story.
Big up to Football Capital says United winning the leagues, lads. Don't stress, lads. Big up Football Capital right there. I know he's trying to, ensure that we keep our spirits up, always keep him positive as well. Big ups to him as well. Yeah, man. Guys, again, as you saw, then to add to the situation, you saw Manchester United players reportedly being 5 players that's reportedly been unhappy with that loss against Everton. Apparently, we've got Paul Pogba. We have Cristiano Ronaldo, who stormed off. Didn't even look at any of the coaches. I saw a coach trying to speak to him and console him. He looked at him dead in the eye like, don't touch me. And I think that was that Carrick? I'm not too sure. And you saw Andros Townsend as well tried to ask for his shirt, and he was so pissed off that he just ignored him. Like, he was straight off that. So that's how pissed off Ronaldo was. We've got Van den Beek, the treatment of Van den Beek as well. And I believe there was one more player that's not really happy.
Paul Pogba.
Paul Pogba, Ronaldo.
Yeah,
especially with the way Manchester United are right now. Does that also add as well that... My question is, could Oli slightly be losing the dressing room with that kind of situation there? Because
he'll lose it. He'll lose it if Ronaldo's throwing a strop. He'll definitely lose it because Ronaldo's just... Yeah, I think he's losing it.
Yeah, he's slowly but surely losing the dressing room.
But that's the only way. That's the only way we'll get him out quicker if he loses the dressing room. Because at the moment, he ain't going anywhere. I know we don't want to hear that, but
usually when players are not happy, that's usually kept behind closed doors, like in the changing room or in the training pitch. But they let everyone see on TV. Van der Beek, obviously, he would have seen that people on TV would have caught that him throwing the chewing gum out. We saw Pogba at the end of the Villarreal game. He wasn't happy when Oli was coming up to him. And then obviously we've seen Ronaldo storming off. Like, these are stuff that should be kept behind closed doors. But now that the world can see that these players are not happy, it's just putting extra pressure on Oli.
I think personally the players are not happy with the team selection. And I think that is evident from when Van der Beek had his little strop. You saw Bayern next to him, trying to console him. You saw all the players around him trying to console him. They all know that he should be playing. And I'm sure that the players playing all look back at them and think, why am I playing with McFred behind me? So for me, Ollie's team selection alone is probably what's causing the disruption within the team. The team are not happy.
I think
I agree with that because that's what I was saying earlier is that Ollie's playing players that are not playing well. That's the thing. But Fred's been playing crap all season, but he's still
playing players that ain't fit either. Shaw's not really fit, but McTominay's not fit. Do you know what I mean? They shouldn't be there, but he just don't trust them. Do you know what I mean? Don't trust them.
You know what I think, that whole Ronaldo situation there, especially putting him on the bench, I think that could cost him one time. It can really, really cost him if he continues to do stuff like that, especially not at the right time. Ronaldo doesn't like being on the bench. He doesn't even know what being on the bench means. Like, he sits there and thinks, yo, Van der Beek, what's it like doing here, bro? Do I need to stand, sit? Do I be on my phone? Like, that's why last time he was on the bench, he went to the touchline. He was like, no, I don't know what to do on the bench. Like, he has to ask Van der Beek, what's it like? Nah, if you piss off
Phil Jones.
Phil Jones knows that. No, Phil Jones is physio bench. What's the physio bench like? That's all he knows.
Joe, you need to ask Phil Jones, what is it like sitting in the stands? He doesn't even make the bench.
But guys, Neil Kane asked this earlier on. He said, who's your pick for the manager? I think Eric Ten Hag is a no-brainer, but I did see that who Barca wants to replace as Coleman. So, like, of course, we've got Zidane that's been linked. I'm not Zidane. People be mentioning Zidane. We all like Zidane, Ten Hag, and of course, people have also said Antonio Conte. What do you guys think? Or Gareth Southgate?
No.
Which is AKA Ole Gunnar
If we get
Solskjaer's
Southgate in, I ain't watching United again. No way. I will not watch United with that bloke.
We really, the Express did come out with an article. I was at Daily Mail.
I don't care what they Express say. We ain't getting him.
Manchester United could look at Gareth Southgate potential replacement for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But like I said, I like the fact that the news are coming out. You know, it means something. You know that he could be technically get sacked as long as the reports keep coming out.
Whoever takes over has got to be a. Whoever takes
Southgate. But I like the fact that the reports are coming out. It says a lot. Like things are happening.
Munzi, we need an elite manager, don't we? We need someone elite, man. That's all it is.
You can't get Southgate. Southgate plays the same football for England. Crap. Do you know what I mean? It's just like
he hasn't got what credentials has Southgate got?
What's he won?
The manager's Man United.
We're Man United. We're Man United. We ain't blooming Leeds United.
England, you know. We United. This is different.
We tend to
hire ethic is different. Everything about it is different.
We've hired someone like that.
It's got to be Matey from Ajax, or it's got to be Zidane.
Big up Dipanshu
or Sam Allardyce.
How do you pronounce that?
Dipanshu.
Oh, Dipanshu.
That's an Indian name, Dipanshu.
Hey, Dipanshu. Do you think Cavani should start with Ronaldo versus Leicester?
Yep. I think so.
Yep.
That could work.
Yeah, I think so.
How? Who's gonna run for who? Was it just Cavani doing all the work? Yeah.
Yep, because Cavani got very good interplay. He's actually good with this. Remember, before we signed him, when I heard the rumor he was gonna get Cavani, I was like, I don't mind, because this is one player that I know he scored goals. But let's forget about him being an actual number 9. He can actually play the ball. His passing is good. Everything about him behind the striker is good. So why not put him behind the striker? Behind Ronaldo?
Like, it would only work. Yeah.
Do you think if they played that
good service? If we're not getting service up to them, then it's non-existent.
And he brings it in. He brings Savage to the team.
Who's that?
We all seen the last goal. He made Jesse put the ball for Ronaldo. Was Cavani? He brought the ball forward.
Do you think if we played them two up front, you'd have to play, so it'd be Ronaldo, Cavani up front, 3 in midfield and 5 at the back? Because then now he won't play it, but you wouldn't need that defensive cover.
Oli don't know how to play type of football.
He don't know how to play.
Oli don't know how to play it.
But that would be good. I know.
Guys, let me stop you. I'll let you go. Big up my guy Bruno Fernandes is always tuning in every day. All the time
Oli out, you know.
Like, Oli out, you know. He's been Oli out since day one. Big up to him. Who's tuning in right now? Ems again. Ems, what's Ems doing out here, bro? And of course, he also said Zidane in. Football Capital also said Rashford coming back to save us. He also said that Pogba needed to be dropped. I think McFred always needs to be dropped first before you drop Paul Pogba. But yeah, I get you. I know, because Pogba, when he came on, offered nothing, and he was poor against Villarreal as well. But I fear Football Capital what he's coming with. He also says Ronaldo, Cavani, Sancho, but I just don't know who will work for who, because Cavani has to play on the wing. Go on, Paris.
Guys, can I just ask you all like a question? Just give me 30 seconds to frame it up. This just a food for thought. I think the biggest problem with this current Manchester United team is that we are having an obvious identity crisis in terms of the style of play, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer spent the last 1.5 years trying to make a team which the basic and the most important strength is counter-attack, a fast fluid counter-attack. If you guys remember, till the time Daniel James was there, he was an important part and segment of that. Daniel James, Marcus Rashford, even Martial when he was somewhat in form. We had a fluid counter-attacking style of play. What happened this season is no one expected Ronaldo to join. We had plans with Sancho, and we had a set play with Cavani, maybe Sancho or Greenwood coming in. So the problem right now, what is happening is he doesn't know where to fit Pogba. He doesn't know where to fit Ronaldo. what is happening now is our base, the players that he trusts, is built for a counter-attacking system with Scott McTominay and Fred sitting in the double pivot, high energy. Right now, what is happening is because of the players that we have, he's being forced to play a different brand of football, which we are not used to, which is why we are seeing weird kind of formations in plays right now, which is happening. I mean, like, just a food for thought. What do you guys have to think about that?
What do you guys think? Go on, Amuk.
Paris, where we just said they make so much sense. Like, I actually agree with you 100%. But it just comes up to one thing. We've seen changes in football, right? We've seen Liverpool not winning the Premier League since 1991 when I was born. Yeah? But they won it now and they won the Champions League as well. We've had this one individual for 3 years plus. We've been sitting around the same table talking about the same thing. And my number one objective I've said from the get-go was this guy's not the right person for this job. And every time I see someone express their feelings towards what's going on at the club, it makes me just get really upset. Like, we could have saved ourselves from this, but obviously we're just normal fans that just watch. Ole don't know how to play tactical football. You said he spent 1.5 years, like 1 year, 6 months, let me say 18 months, just to build tactics. Have we really executed the tactics that Ole been trying to build? So why is he still here? And it's really upsetting. It's upset me so bad. But I did promise myself I won't watch football, Manchester play last season, but I lied to myself. I'm still watching them play. It's upsetting. It's upsetting.
Just a quick one with what he just said. I don't believe he wasn't born before 1991. He's older than that. Come on. If not, I'm old. Jesus.
Manzi!
Yeah, he was born in 1991 to end the show anyway, guys. Let's just wrap it up there because it's been a brilliant show, a fantastic show. Big ups to everyone that's tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, smash that like button. Dipanshu, I see you. You're new. I've never seen you before, so make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe as well, and also share to everyone across your social. This is the part where I bring in the guys and they tell you guys where you can find them. So let me start off with you, Pretty Flocker. Where can the people find you?
They'll always find me here on Mondays. You know the time, 8 o'clock. And also on Instagram, prettyflock_16.
Yes, of course. And Jex, what about you? Where can the people find you?
Instagram, Jegs_19.
And of course, guys, if you're searching right now for their socials on Instagram, don't bother. It's not working right now. But try and remember later. Monzi, what about you? Where can the people find you?
Well, you can find me here every Monday. Also, you can find me on my channel, Monzi Talks. Do football, wrestling, and NFL Monday and Wednesdays. And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, OnlyFans, whatever. All at Monzi Talks.
Guys, you definitely can find him on his OnlyFans page where he's
Monzi got OnlyFans.
Explicit pictures, you know. And do remember
Only
to subscribe
nips.
to Monzi Talks as well. Big ups to you, Jerome. Where can the people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on this show Monday evenings and also on Instagram on the username jwilliams_1.
In Paris, where can the people find you? Tell them.
So we're building up a very small, nice, steady community on Instagram, which is at Universal Devils. Guys, get involved.
Yes, guys, do get involved. Make sure you follow. Ems, where can the people find you?
Instagram.
In Ollie's purse.
Man, MC, you always gotta remember your own thing, you know. Always gotta remember.
I know Instagram is m.w.dons and on Twitter it's Ollie out. I'm joking, it's M Dom.
I was gonna say that.
And of course, guys, as always, you can find me here on Monday nights hosting the show, of course, at 8 p.m. And of course, you can find me on Friday night when I'm feeling alright. And of course, the weekly bulletin. And last as well, for the Facebook guys. Of course, you won't be seeing this because we've gone past the hour, so I can't play it back to you. Unfortunately, those you'll see me as much as you can. Short live videos giving you the Manchester United latest as much as I can on each date. Last but not least, remember to subscribe to the page, Red United TV. Remember to share as well as also smash that like button. And soon we'll be jumping on bits and bobs if we ever get the link, because for right now WhatsApp is fucked up right now. So yes, Football Capital, I don't know about that right now. We don't have the link, we can't talk. But last but not least, remember to follow the official Instagram account of Red United TV, which is Red United TV by 1, and also follow the official TikTok account, which is Red United TV. And also remember to follow my personal Instagram account, which is Ivorian_Spice.
And his OnlyFans.
Last but not least, my ladies, as always, because you guys always watch me to the end, remember to share the link to your ex-boyfriend, and also remember to share the link to your current boyfriend. Also remember to share the link to that guy that always buys you lunch at work, hoping he can get some, but you know he's trying to get some, but you'll never ever give him some. You're just going to enjoy that food. Make sure you share the link to that dickhead too. And also remember to share the link to the guy, to the chicken man that always gives you a free hot wing, even though you don't ask for it. Any chicken and chips, you get a burger. He throws in a wing because you're pretty. And also, last but not least, remember to share the link to your dad's friends who are perverts. He has watched you grow from the moment you were small to this tall. Now you have got all of this and all of that, and they look at you telling you, my oh my, you have grown. And when you share them the link and they ask you what is that, tell them that you find a man that does it way better than you, and that's Ivorian Spice. As always, guys, remember to keep it united, and also remember to keep it Red United. From everyone here, we'd like to wish you a very good week as well. Try and keep it easy, you know. I know this badge right now annoys you, but it is what it is. To everyone in the show, peace out to everyone else. And
peace
have a
out.
good night.
Ollie out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bugsy.